Right now in life, I am learning how to deal with and learn how to articulate the language of grief. I think that grief has um, so many faces to it, or so many angles that it's hard to comprehend at times. I heard this guy say that we treat grief like it's a moment, but it's actually in language. And I think that not only do we grieve the loss of life of loved ones, but we grieve the loss of relationships. You can grieve, the loss of jobs or whatever. But also, I think one of the parts of grief that we don't talk about is when we are changing, like when you are trying to become something better, and you have to grieve the old you, parts of the old you, to become a better you, you know. And I think that's tough because there's some things in our lives that we get complacent in, that we get very comfortable with, that we be honest, you don't want to change, but you know that there's something that you got to do in order to be the person that you're trying to be, and that's hard, you know. If you are if you want exercising, there's a part of you that you have to die to, that you can't do this anymore because even though it's comfortable, even though it's familiar and it feels good, it's not leading you on the path to be all that you're trying to be. That's why the Bible says there are ways that seem right unto a man, but those ways ultimately lead to death. And it's crazy to grieve. It's crazy, but we grieve that road because getting off of that road that's leading us to death, mentally we know that that's the right thing to do. Like, I gotta stop doing this because this is gonna lead me to a dead end. But emotionally, it don't always feel that way because if we be honest, a lot of the times that road that's leading us to death is a road that's filled with happiness, it's filled with joy, it's filled with all these things, but it's really filled with deceit. We have been deceived. We thinking that it's all good until it ain't. And I think that that is a hard place to be in. But at some point in life, we gotta be willing to say, it's time to change lanes. It's time to make a detour because my future destination is far greater.